For those that have been following me for several years, you should know by now that I have been a fan of women's wrestling, while at the same time, understanding what needs to happen in order for women to be successful in this world. Many other people, on the other hand, feel as if companies don't give exactly the individual exactly what he wants. That company is sexist. You know, those fans that would go on bathroom breaks when the women come out to perform in front of them. But WWE are the sexist ones. Yee, okay? This is certainly not a problem to WWE, but it's a problem for many keyboard warriors on a very personal level, and it would be in the best interest for all parties involved if this all just stopped. This would not be a problem to these quote-unquote adults at all if they did what it had to take in order to actually support these female fighters that they claim they love so much. Apparently, no. They drive 3-4 hours to a WWE event to see the women, and when it's the women's turn to wrestle, they hardly do jack shit to make it seem like they're big draws in WWE's eyes. Now I'm starting to channel my Jim Cornette. They'll be vocal on Twitter and on YouTube like the pussies they are to complain on social media instead of actually support the women during the show when they're out there to entertain them. They'll put up Divas stopwatches, you know, because that isn't being sexist at all, to actually see how long their matches are instead of, you know, actually enjoy them. Like our good friend the Solo Monster. What does this accomplish? Just enjoy the fucking match. Then we got another clever fan named Kate Foray. She creates infographics about Raw and SmackDown every week that remind me of my first attempt at an artistic resume. Yeah, this is what I did for a college course. Anyway, what's the point of all this? I'm a big fan of stats and numbers, but this is a little too excessive, don't you think? Like as if she wants everybody to know that the stats she's recording are a problem, as if the length of women's segments and matches are the be-all end-all priority in a woman's career, instead of, you know, just characters on a TV show. Yeah, we have grown-ass men complaining about how long characters appear on a TV show. I personally don't care how long matches are. Sometimes they can be boring and unwatchable, you know, but I digress. Why do people give a shit about how long their fucking matches are? I love Becky Lynch. There's not one bad thing I could say about Becky Lynch. I'll watch a match of hers that's 1 minute long, I'll watch a match of hers that's 10 minutes long. What does it matter? Becky Lynch is Becky fucking Lynch. I like her for who she is, not for her fucking booking. If you're a real fan of hers, you'd actually buy tickets to see her, and cheer for her no matter what she is doing. No, instead, you'll get these coke-snorting, ball-scratching half-wits that will buy tickets for $300 each to be absolute dicks and chant JBL and do the wave. This happened in Brooklyn last year, the night after SummerSlam. You people want to see these women succeeding? Well, what a great job you're doing supporting them, dipshits. Then these intelligent, logical, consistent, and polite chaps will retort, give them good booking and we'll cheer for them. What? What? Help me make sense of this, okay? Silence, disrespect, and piss-poor reactions means that you want to see more. Try to explain that to someone. You just spent so much time and money to go see these girls, and then you shit all over them because they're not up to your standards. What does Paige have to build the Taj Mahal before you go and buy her shirt? That is ridiculous. If that's the case, you're not a fan of the women, because you don't support them no matter what the given circumstances. Daniel Bryan was a prominently featured talent in the company for years. Not because he was talented, but because he was selling out shows, and making the product exciting to watch, because his reactions were always loud. Sasha Banks? Nope. Charlotte? Nope. The fans will chant we want Sasha, but what happens when Sasha comes out for a match? They're back to being a group of petrified rocks. Do you want to support the women, or do you want them to be given longer matches, because you can't give them long boring matches without giving them support? How does WWE know there's a demand for them, when they continue to get piss-poor reactions like that? Let's talk about the WNBA. It's 20 years old. Still 12 teams, there's always at least one that relocates each year, it's always drained a lot of money, and players can make more money playing overseas. Because hardly any fans go to see any WNBA games. How is it the commissioner's fault? Because the last time I checked, he's the one trying to make livelihoods for women's ballers. WWE didn't have to offer Sasha Banks and all the other women their dream jobs. They could just be an all-male company, but there are reasons why they don't, and that because they want a diverse product to appeal to numerous types of people. Which begs the question, will there ever be gender equality in WWE? I thought there always has been. There's no gender barrier on marketability. WWE is in the entertainment business, where thousands of women are famous for movies, albums, whatever. At the same time, it's their job to lose if they're not at the top of their game. If you can't deliver, then companies are going to go to people that will deliver, and it's strictly business. You have no idea how good these women have it. That 5-minute match you adults complain about is just a fraction of their job. They work over 300 days a year to entertain, and I hope Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella are in for a rough job, because the casual markets are hard to impress, and the hardcore fans that watched them in NXT will end up stabbing them in the back. I will continue to support the women I like, on Raw, and SmackDown, on NXT, and even on Superstars and Main Event. If you choose not to, then that's your decision, but I don't see what it's going to accomplish.